want to. I want. Look. I-35 with the top down. Quit to tell a hater they should get like me. Seem like everybody wanna be the boss, but it costs and these lames ain't shit like me. Drop a couple bands on the crypto fans, know my shit go. I ain't gotta tell them what it is. Tell them I'm a grown ass man, so you'll never fool me with the cap you be selling to the kids. Shorty, we the lords of the land, we wavy. Bad little mama tryna have a nigga baby. In a coupe seat color like gravy. Children of the sun, why these niggas so shady? Boss talk with the wolf pack, I ain't never look back. Got a couple bands and I flip that. I be chillin' with my shorty, got the crib on karate. Keep up, little baby, that's a kickback. Can't flex on a nigga living hate free, but he say real, but I know that nigga can't be. Pay a nigga up for the late fee. Hit her from the side till I get home safely. Got 3 chains on me, neck strong, and a bitch checks long, and a bitch I'm up now. And I make little baby feel good in the hood around you. Shorty can't put a cup down. Glide through your hood like soap on a runway. No sleep, check a bag on a Sunday. Get it in the moment, I don't gotta say one day. Be cool, he don't really want gunplay. Slide to your side like a spoon on.
I'm Jim Cornette, the intellectual threat. Top rope dropping a clothesline right between your chest and your neck. Give you a pile driver, stand and spit on you. No respect. Body slams on multiple surfaces. They say I'm the best and the worst at this. Dominance wasn't working when I was feeling worthlessness. I'm passionate about what my purpose is. The pinnacle of human achievement has nothing to do with your purchases. I'm drop kicking you back to reality. This ring fucking hurts. It's a different brutality. Take a 310 to Yuma and fuck Wheeler Yuta. I'm the acrobatic blade runner who can switch blades in 6 ways and perform a perfect suplex. And that's it. The match is over. Check on my opponent as I turn to the crowd. Now throw the X up and listen to the boos get so loud. Now throw your guns up and be proud. One, go.
Yo, what's up, everybody out there? What an episode, or I guess pay-per-view of Double or Nothing, right, Adrian?
Yeah, it was fucking not just Double or Nothing, bro. Come on, we also saw some new champions being crowned at NXT's Battleground. We saw some titles being retained. Wrestling, of course, is all around, man. Wrestling, whether you watch AEW's Double or Nothing or Battleground or both. Glad you enjoyed a fucking beautiful Sunday with a lot of wrestling. But yeah, Brian. Amazing.
A lot of wrestling.
A lot of wrestling, not just in wrestling, sports all around the world, man. Disappointed, shed a few tears of joy, shed a few tears of sadness during Double or Nothing, not related to AEW. But yeah, man, I'm excited.
Yeah. Let's talk. I mean, it's kind of late, but I appreciate y'all joining. Jeremy, Tommy, what's up, Tommy? Hangman Ospreay, we're fire. I don't know what to say about Anarchy at Applebee's. Let's start off with the good parts. That main event was really good. I always had a feeling that Hangman was going to win just because it makes more sense than Will Ospreay against Mox, you know? But let's talk about the match. The match is really good. It's not my Mountain Dew Baja Blast match of the night, and we'll get there for me to tell you what it was. But it was not this match. This match was probably the most entertaining, like storyline wise, because you don't really know who's going to win. But it was a great match overall. What did you guys think about this match, Adrian?
The Anarchy or the main event?
Did I say Anarchy in the Arena? The main event. I'm talking about the main event.
The main event was good. Started a little slow. Obviously not like your typical Will Ospreay matches. And it picked up a little bit. Obviously, they did the back and forth. They were doing the reverse moves where they were missing just inches away from each other when they were going to hit each other. That was a cool spot. Match overall, slow paced at the beginning, but then it picked up at the end. Close calls, obviously. Those moments, those pops, we live for in AEW and WWE. But yeah, story wise, it makes more sense for Hangman Adam Page to win. Will Ospreay, although he did come from New Japan, he's done it up there. Although he's still on top of like the mid card division, he's still not quite there as an AEW main eventer. The slow build, I'm liking it. But yeah, match potentially match of the year, bro. I can
You
potentially
think
see
so?
match of the year candidate, bro. It reached like probably top 5 of my match of the year candidates right now.
Mm, I honestly think Mercedes Moné Jamie Hamer was better than this.
Jamie Hader? Yeah, it was good. Yeah, that one was good. That one was.
But I don't know. Like I didn't think this match was. I mean, it was a good match. I didn't think it was anything like crazy special to say it was match of the year. But hey, that's your opinion. But moving on, let's talk about, I guess, the other Owen Hart final, right? Which is Mercedes Moné and Jamie Hader.
Mhm.
It was a good match. I like the way they ended the match. I don't know if that was supposed to be a DDT, but either way, I liked it the way it ended.
DDT or roll up with the
Package
DDT
roll up.
infused, pick something. But yeah, Jamie Hader's okay. You know, when I heard that that forehead hit the canvas, I was like, oof, is Jamie Hader okay? And then yeah, she got up. But yes, this one phenomenal match, bro. Mercedes Moné. The reason why I predicted her, I predicted her not to win this match is obviously, you know, when Mercedes Moné wins a match, the IWC cries, you know. And I only predicted Jamie Hader to win just to please the IWC, but you know, I'm glad she won. She's a great wrestler. She deserves it. Jamie Hader, story wise, kind of did deserve it a little bit more, just because you know she
No,
is
she
a
didn't.
former world champion.
That has nothing to do with thing,
But
bro.
Mercedes,
It's Mercedes Hogan in the house,
but,
bro. I don't care about
but,
stories. Mercedes Hogan.
but Mercedes Moné, although yes, she's the GOAT. She's the best. She's accomplished so much after leaving WWE. I don't see her stopping her now. Technically, she didn't get the pin when she lost the belt at New Japan Strong, but I guess her downfall is not. It's not yet. It's not coming yet.
No, it's not coming out all out either. She's winning, or all in either. She's winning there too. I hate to break it to you, but she's winning,
Hey, I'm a fan of Mercedes, bro.
and she's still a TBS champion, right?
Yes, she is. Damn,
So,
double
Adrian,
champ.
you know I know you love champions going mid card champions going after world championships, right?
Yeah, I never complained about that.
Who was it that complained? Was it Nate? No, I know who it was.
I mean, I always thought about, like, you know, kind of like Eddie Guerrero, where you know he was a solidified mid carder, and then just eventually just go up to the main event picture, and eventually, you know, still challenge for the both mid card and world title.
Yeah. But you know what? That's crazy. It was at the same time that this match is going on of Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hader. On the other side, we had Sol Ruka versus Kalani Jordan. And let me tell you, I was like, boom, boom, like looking like Shawn Michaels, because that Sol Ruka match was really good also. It wasn't as long as Mercedes Moné and Jamie Hader, but Jesus Christ. The only thing I don't like about Sol Ruka is her finishing move.
Yeah,
because I mean, if you guys watch back, the other person kind of Kalani Jordan had to like jump into position to take the soul snatcher. That's the only thing I don't like about her finishing move. But this match was a banger.
Yeah,
both matches were a banger, and none of those matches were my match of the night.
Ooh, damn. Yeah, no, Sol Ruka, man, like, been saying it for quite some time, bro. She's like one of the Young Bucks sister. She's all the flips. She pretty much does all the moves that Young Bucks do. Flawless. Sol Ruka does them. She is one to look out for in the main roster, probably in the next couple years. But yeah, she's fucking amazing. I didn't see the match fully. I saw some highlights on Twitter. Yeah, man, she needs to go to the main roster soon. Probably in a couple years, but build her up on the NXT first.
I think she still needs to build up some more character. She's just like a surfer girl. And her athleticism is what getting her over right now. But in both shows, they start off great with the Mercedes Moné Jamie Hader match, as well as Sol Ruka. Honestly, if you were to like pit them 1 versus 1, like who was better, I can't fucking tell you which match was better. Maybe they're so different. Like Mercedes Moné and Jamie Hader were like technically good wrestling, but the other match was just like impressive athleticism, slower pace spots. And that's the one thing I noticed because I was watching them at the same time is like Mercedes Moné and Jamie Hader doing so many things while they're doing like one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they're going full on like punch, kick, clothesline from Jamie Hayter. Then they pick her up and then they do another clothesline and the crowd's just like back to back to back. In the time that they're doing like those spots over there, these girls are going punch. Then she falls to the outside and then they go outside for a little bit and then they don't do anything to, like everything's a lot slower paced. But I'm not taking away. They're both great matches. I'm just explaining that they're the difference of styles.
Yeah, difference of styles, and that's what I like in wrestling. No matter what you like in wrestling, there's always going to be a style for a fan. You could like your fast paced flippity flop wrestling, or you could like your storytelling, nothing but graps and rest holds. Everybody has a style.
Yeah. Nate says I was watching her match more than Hayter versus Hogan. Honestly, I kind of was too. There's a couple matches where I was watching more NXT than AEW, and this was kind of one of them, man. Honestly, I was like, yo, this match is going really fucking like good and exciting.
Mm-hmm.
They had like a big old Spanish fly. They had some cool spots, but I'm not taking anything away from Mercedes Moné. It was just a different type of match, and it was good as well.
Yeah.
He says, Derek says that was my Mango Rush match of the night. I had one.
I actually bought two today. I bought two today.
Hey,
they're still in the fridge. They're still in the fridge. Yeah.
All right. So then we have FTR versus Daniel Garcia versus Nigel McGuinness. And on the other side, we had the culling, which was
who?
Sean Spears, Brooks Jensen, and Nico Vance versus Hank, Tank, and Josh Briggs. And let me tell you.
And who?
Exactly. I know Hank and Tank, they're the current NXT Tag Team Champions. I know Sean Spears. I know. That's about it. But
were you entertained?
I was fucking entertained by that triple threat match, man. Yeah. Hank and Tank, they remind me so much of like the Outrunners, just like the energy they bring to the ring. Mm-hmm. Like classic tag team wrestling. That's what that reminds me of. I enjoyed that match. I was watching that most of this time because FTR and fucking Daniel Garcia and that was a snooze fest.
That's not
to me, not my type match. They had some questionable spots. That's the thing about FTR is that to me, they try to overcomplicate so many things to like try to get that. Oh, we do good matches kind of thing, but like that whole they're punching and they fall out of the ring. I mean, we posted it, and they like try to hit each other, but just fucking commit. If the other guy didn't move out of the way, who cares? Just fucking hit him. Like, don't push him out of the way so you can hit your own teammate. That's ridiculous.
That's not even what happened, bro.
That's not what happened?
FTR Ball took a little longer, so Nigel McGuinness was waiting for FTR Ball to come at him, and at that time, FTR Gun was already ready for the spot, so he pretty much just moved him out the way. Bro, you didn't even know.
No, FTR Ball moved the other guy out of the way. But that's what I'm saying. If they just timed it, then you just fucking hit him.
No, one of the FTR guys was late. And then Nigel McGuinness was looking at him, and I mean he's waiting for the spot to come because he's thinking like, oh, they're both going at the same time, and the other FTR guy was like, I'm ready, so he just moved him out the way.
Exactly, he did.
Yeah,
to hit his own teammate.
Yeah, it was basically a miscommunication, and like this is actually one of the first times I see them do it. So, I mean, first time. Yeah, this was for a tag team specialist team like this. I mean, if you're gonna try something new, I mean, at least try to perfect it a little bit more,
Yeah, it's just I don't want to call it sloppy. It's just don't try to overcomplicate things for the sake of I don't know, trying to make something memorable. I guess. I mean, it's memorable now for different reasons.
Yeah, it's like. It's what Dean Ambrose used to do in WWE. Remember the little fucking the little halfway going out the ring? Yeah, I didn't like that. They just go to the ropes and come back.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
Like Wheeler used to do that shit all the time, but
he did
his ass would fall out of the ring to like the bottom rope and be like this, and then like no one's gonna fucking do that like in real life, like that's just goofy.
Like at least Phoenix, when Phoenix does it, he does like a reverse 619 where he like holds onto the ropes and he like swings his legs and then he brings them back and he gets that momentum to do that backwards kick or the speeding kick.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause that leads to a spinning kick. So I like Phoenix's because it leads to actually something, not just a spear or just a punch.
Yeah. See, Hank and Tanker legit chemistry is real. It really is.
Mm.
Nate says NXT had a much better start to their pay-per-view than AEW. They did well. It's just because it's Daniel Garcia FTR. Like everybody knew that was a piss break match.
Yeah, I mean, how do you follow the Mercedes Le Goatman Monet?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Sean, yeah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't win too. Honestly, Michael Graham says, "Can I ask you a question? What the hell does JC Jane got to do with Stephanie Vaquer? Like I was getting into an argument with the AAA ladies, and then out of nowhere she slaps her. Like, huh? You know what? I don't care.
Nah, bro, nah.
I don't watch NXT like that to understand the story. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't watch NXT that much. But Dalis was arguing with Stephanie Vaquer. I'm your madrina. I remember where you came from. Just because you're here, you got to remember where you came from.
Who?
She like Dalis
from AAA.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, bro, that's we're gonna care, bro. We're gonna care.
No, but then JC Jane out of nowhere came and slapped Stephanie Vaquer. But
no, we're gonna care, bro. Nah, if this were to happen on the other side, right away, I know there's somebody right here.
I'm not gonna pretend to know what is going on in the storylines of NXT because I don't watch it consistently, Adrian, and you don't either. So don't even get.
I know, which is why I want that same energy. Like if it doesn't make sense now, even though you don't have the full details, there's people in the comments that I see that don't have the full details in AEW, and they start talking.
This is true. When the table broke early in the Hangman match, I'm just glad nobody messed up an ankle.
That looked
scary. I'm honestly, when they did that spot of the Styles clash from the ring apron to outside, when it first happened, I'm like, oh, that looked dirty. But on replay, I was like, oh, that was actually a lot safer than I thought it did at first. I was like, this fool really fucked up his knees, but I'm like, oh no, he landed perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Did we start to get? Go ahead.
No, did you see? Since we're talking about the little botch table spot, did you see that spot of Tessa Blanchard when she was fighting Santino Morella's daughter on Friday? I think she was gonna do like a 619 or something.
I didn't watch the TV.
Yeah, I posted the little video clip, and she tripped mid-run and like hit her back on the bottom of the rope, but she tripped on nothing.
Tessa?
Yeah, Tessa.
She tripped on grass, bro. That happened. You usually know how that happens on a soccer field, bro. You'll be like hella going, running hella hard, and you trip on grass.
Like somebody sniped you.
Yeah, that shit happens sometimes. Bobby Baggett says, solid show from AEW company. They're both great shows.
Yeah.
AEW locker room should be proud, except for FTR, man. They fucking suck today.
Damn.
I just like I used to like them. I was a fan of them, and then they just fucking started sucking ass.
And then they left WWE.
No, like even in AEW, I was a fan of them, bro. But then they just started sucking ass.
Bro, they've been the same, bro.
She tripped on her chin. I'm dead.
Y'all fucked up. Bro?
But yeah, so the same time Mark Briscoe and Ricochet was going on the other side, it was Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stacks Lorenzo, which was a very emotional match because these two were in the same family, the Tony D'Angelo family. And at the same time, on the other side, we got Mark Briscoe and Ricochet just having a fucking blood fest. It was great. I liked it.
It was good.
It was good.
It was good. See, I had to go back and watch NXT because, like, simultaneously at the same time, I legitimately had the soccer game. I had Knicks, Pacers on. I was watching NXT clips on Twitter, and I was watching Double or Nothing. So I'm like,
yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know which screen to look at. So I might have to watch NXT fully tomorrow, bro, because I've been hearing good things.
Yeah,
I'm hearing a potential match of the year candidate in that night as well. We haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm excited for that one to watch it tomorrow.
Yep. So I like the Mr. Clean spot where he started cleaning Ricochet's ball head. That was fun. There's a lot of blood, a lot of scissor spots. It was just an overall good match. Ricochet, to me, he's probably one of the best things to watch on AEW.
Yeah, yeah.
I like his career growth.
He's career growth. He's also a good seller. Whether he's more of a he likes that type of guy that likes to do risky moves, but on a safer side. I don't know if you know what I mean. Like I don't know if you see like Dante Martin or one of the top flight guys do a move, you're sort of like kind of scared for them. But when you see Ricochet trying to attempt a move, you're like, oh, he has it.
Yeah.
Ricochet has it.
It's because of the WWE.
Yeah, and then I mean he's been doing it for so long. I mean New Japan, and he does his style very well that he can adapt to other styles.
Yeah, that's true. Like this was one of the only matches I've ever enjoyed of Mark Briscoe. Probably because of just Ricochet just making him look good, bro.
Yeah. But my only
good different match. Well, go ahead.
My only takeaway from this match, it was obviously a stretcher match. There was going to be some hardcore bloody. It was good, but you have anarchy in the arena later on the night. That was literally my only takeaway.
I forgot. It was like in the early days of AEW where every single match
had a stipulation.
Every single fucking one. It was like a ladder match, and then a fucking death match, and then a hardcore match, and then an ambulance match.
A fatal 4-way, then a 6-man tag match. Oh, and then it was it was Texas nothing but gimmick matches.
Yeah, it was nothing but gimmick matches. Yep.
Randomly we just stopped doing them, without even. I mean, they still have like 1 or 2 in there sprinkled. But yeah, you're right. Every pay-per-view almost had some type of gimmick match.
Mm-hmm. But to answer your question as to why Tony D'Angelo is not in the main roster yet, I don't think there's room for him in the main roster, dude. I think he's just there just to be part of the third brand. I mean, how do you bring up a mob boss into the Raw roster, SmackDown roster? It's not really believable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the issue that I think we see there. Honestly, I mean, I like his work, but at the same time, I don't see him being mid-card champion. I see him like as Tozawa and Otis. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also, and it's like you're right. I mean, obviously, there's a ceiling for him in WWE, and I think it is NXT. And if he is going to be in NXT, hell, have him be one of the most entertaining things of NXT. Just have him be that guy that's just there for NXT.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, maybe. Oh, but is that really his accent? The D'Angelo guy?
He talks like a New Yorker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So moving on, we had Sons of Texas versus the Hurt Syndicate. And on the other side, we had Jordan Grace versus Stephanie Vaquer, man.
I was pissed at this one. This is one I wanted to watch. I wanted to watch at TNA.
Guess which one I chose to watch, Adrian?
Oh, it's the one I would have chosen too. The one I would have chosen too.
Stephanie Vaquer, which is my Mountain Dew Baja Blast match of the night. That shit was fucking good, man. Holy shit.
Wait, hold on. Are you doing one for each show or are you doing one for the whole?
No, I'm doing one overall.
Oh, there you go. No complaints, bro. No complaints on that one.
That match was really, really good. My son, who is 3 years old, has never seen Booker T go, ah. And this is the first time he saw it, and he popped. He started laughing.
he's like, ah.
He's just like, ah. And then Booker T goes, yeah. That match was fucking so good, man. And I was upset because I'm like, I really wanted to watch this goddamn Sons of Texas Hurt Syndicate match. Apparently, I didn't really miss much because, you know what? I just missed one of the spots that I did. It was like towards the end, where Sammy Guevara was going to try to make a dive onto MJF and Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin cut him off with the knee. I did catch that, and that's pretty much all I caught of the entire. Oh, you know what? I did also catch Bobby Lashley throwing gold dust through the barricade.
Oh, yeah.
And after that, I couldn't tell you anything else, but I mean, I didn't. It's not like I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But That Stephanie Vaquer match was really good.
I mean, the match was good. It was good if you didn't expect like an all-star match or like a competitive match, then it was good. It was good to Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara standards. Obviously, the Hurt Business showed up. MJF is finally doing his shenanigans as he's in the Hurt Business. And they were sprinkling some seeds on how they can split up, but then immediately turned around where Bobby Lashley started smiling with MJF, and that's when Bobby Lashley speared Dustin Rhodes into the barricade. I mean, if I had the opportunity to, I'd be watching Jordan Grace and Stephanie Vaquer. Nothing to take away from this match. I like the Hurt Syndicate, but like Sammy Guevara doesn't move me anymore. I used to be a huge Sammy Guevara mark. He's not it for me anymore. 6 years into the company, I don't see him improving. I don't see a character development. He was stuck in the Jericho vortex for so long that it's hard to take him seriously. And all he does now is just raise his voice, look mean, I'll beat your ass. That's it. That's all he does in his promos. And I'm like, bro, like you used to be cool back in the day. Now you're just like you're there. You're not even going for the Ring of Honor world title. Nothing to take away from Dustin Rhodes. He's a legend in his name. But I mean, so Sammy Guevara, you can't be riding somebody else's coattails your whole life, bro. Go out and do your own thing.
He's a Spanish god, and he's always been under someone else, bro.
Damn.
Talk about Tony Khan holding people down.
Nah, this dude hold himself down, bro. Sammy Guevara is holding himself down.
Sammy will always be just Cardfield. At this point, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Sammy ain't it. He ain't even considered a pillar anymore. Yep. Not even.
Yeah, I don't even think Jungle Boy's considered a pillar anymore. Or let's say, who would it be? I mean, Darby Allin probably. Fucking Hangman.
Probably just
MJF.
Yeah, but I would actually probably put Hangman in there. Yeah. Hangman. I mean, Willow, she's getting some traction probably.
Orange Cassidy to before injury.
Yeah,
that's who it'd be. But it was just hard to choose, and I'm just gonna choose like the one I know is gonna be a good match.
Yeah.
So I think I chose correctly, and that was a great match to see.
Yep.
And then moving on, Okada versus Mike Bailey. That match was really good as well. And on the other side was Miles Bourne versus Oba Femi. And people joke around that Kyle Fletcher reminds people of Randy Orton. Miles Bourne reminds me of Randy Orton, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker looks just like Randy Orton, like from behind. But I chose Okada versus Mike Bailey to pay more attention to. And how to explain this? Mike Bailey's really good. It was a great match. It was probably my second favorite match on AEW Double or Nothing. I knew that Mike Bailey wasn't going to win, but that man's kicks.
It's entertaining. Yeah. It's like one of those gimmick characters that you're just like, he's there on the roster. He may not reach main event status or main event pay-per-views, but you just want to see his journey. He's like the underdog story, the way he's small, the way he wrestles. You're like, yeah, the other guy has the upper hand, but you still want to get behind Mike Bailey. This was a fun match, I'm not gonna say it was a 5-star banger, but it was entertaining. It kept me tuned in. There were some times where I was like kind of like getting up from my seat. I'm like, oh wait, hold on, that's cool. I like the little kicks. It brings something new to AEW, and I'm glad that Mike Bailey is not the flavor of the week. If this was if this was AEW, for now, if this was AEW 2021 to 2024, we wouldn't see Mike Bailey after 3 weeks.
Where's Kevin Knight, Adrian?
Kevin Knight, he was on Collision. I think was feuding with Rush. I mean, I don't know. Miro's probably with Miro at home too, bro.
He was feuding with Rush, huh? Why didn't that? See, that's the thing. Is like that match should have been a buy-in. You know what I mean?
Paragon should have been a buy-in.
That was a waste of fucking
FTR
time.
should have been a buy-in.
Yeah. Goddamn Paragon match, dude.
I
No one cared. No one cared. Even
Paragon
this troll group that Adrian joined, they didn't care.
No, they invited us to join.
Okay, they invited us to
Yes.
join, but
But
those AEW sickos, they didn't even care about the Paragon match.
that was a collision opening match, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, no, collision main event. Collision main event.
Oh yeah, Kevin Knight in the Super Juniors, you silly goose. You're right.
Oh, you're right with Nick Wayne.
Mhm.
Damn, Brian already complaining.
I was just wondering where he's at. I forgot when NXT crowd him with the Miles can't hear you.
That was
I
dope.
always think those memes were funny. They're like how the fuck does this relationship work? She doesn't speak English and he can't listen to her.
Hey, bro, some would say that I don't date a Latina, bro, but some would say it's the perfect marriage right there.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, but Femi hurt my feelings when I realized that's definitely not his real voice. Hold on a second. What are you talking about?
But that's not his real voice, the one he does on TV.
You're trying to tell me he does it? Well, I know he speaks like in very deep.
Like
Are you trying to say
Zimbabwe?
he's pulling the Kofi Kingston with the Jamaican accent?
Like Zimbabwe?
Like fucking Apollo Crews when all of a sudden he was Wakanda? Oh man. Let's see. Paragon versus Callus Family was a good match, but it didn't need to be right after. Let's be honest. Was it a good match? It probably was, but it was just bad spot.
Bad spot.
No build.
They overcompensated for just the slams, the drops. The crowd was a little dead after Anarchy in the arena. You know, there's ways to fill in a gap, a 20-minute gap. I mean, have some backstage interviews, have the announcements go back on the card, do some replays on some matches, do some highlights. They can fill 10, 15 minutes of TV space. You don't need a match.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't need this Paragon match. Bad spot. Crowd was halfway dead.
Send out Tony Khan and be like, you guys having fun? We have an announcement of 6,500. We have the highest paying gate in Phoenix, Arizona.
Do the ESPN stats. We are the highest paid attendance in Phoenix, Arizona on May 25th, 2025. Exactly at 9 p.m.
Yeah. This is true.
Okay, ESPN stats.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Tony was coked out. He wasn't giving any announcements. Maybe. Believe me, I much rather have seen Fletcher or Alexander versus Cole. Yeah, that's what I would have rather seen. TNT title match. One of them. Cole versus I'd probably Fletcher.
I don't know what it is, bro. Cole.
Yeah. See, and then this was the other tough match, Adrian. Tony Storm versus Mina at the same time as Joe Hendry and Trick Williams. I was struggling to see both matches. At the same time, I knew that AEW usually does longer matches, and I was like, you know what? The TNA match will probably be over before the other one, so I was kind of focusing more on the TNA one. And it was a good match. I know people are going to say that, Trick Williams is kind of green in the ring, but hey, man, that match, for what it was good. Trick Williams is the TNA World Champion, spoiler. And we'll see what happens, because this is a big thing. It's not like when TNA was working, like when TNA was working with AEW, they're like, oh, what's going to happen next? Like Kenny Omega's going to come back and do something, like, because these guys were actually having like a full-blown feud for like the last couple months.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I liked it. I liked the match.
Yeah, this is one of the match where I obviously chose AEW. Tony Storm, Mina Shirakawa, been following their career. Tony Storm, in my opinion, one of the best women wrestlers in 2024. this is at TNA. I'm gonna have to watch the TNA match tomorrow. I'm glad Trick Williams won. I did see some comments about Trick Williams. I'm not too familiar with his work. I mean, but see, this is why I don't listen to people. I do my own judgment by my own two eyes, man. I may read the comments, but nah, man. I gotta see what Trick Williams and Joe Hendry is all about. But damn, Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa, man, this was a great match. For a second I thought Mina Shirakawa was literally out wrestling Tony Storm. I legitimately thought Mina Shirakawa was gonna win the title. You know,
Did you really?
Tony Storm literally had no answer for Mina for a while, bro. She was so fast. You know, you had Tony Storm get a couple of offense here and there, but right away Mina was right on top. I like that. And then I liked when Luther tried to get involved and Mina used Luther as a corkscrew dive or a corkscrew crossbody.
Crossbody, right?
Yeah, crossbody, and then used them as a step. That was fun. Damn, this match was good. But yeah, I think the TNA one I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because Joe Hendry's my boy. But we also, you know, it's TNA, NXT history in the making right now. You have to watch it.
They mentioned Dolph Ziggler.
Did they? Dolph Ziggler or Nick Nemeth?
They both. They're like, as you guys, he's like, there's another person. I forgot how they mentioned it, but they're like Dolph Ziggler in WWE, but now known as Nick Nemeth in TNA. So he's probably going to show up in NXT. Mike Santana is going to show up in NXT on Tuesday.
Yep, Mike Santana. That's. You remember the Santana and Ortiz?
Where the fuck is Ortiz?
I thought last I heard he was injured.
He's on the bench. The most been on the bench for 4 years.
Didn't you see an interview with I think it was CVV and Mike Santana when he was talking about his days in AEW, and I think he was saying that you know when he was stuck with Jericho, it was either like he doesn't just want to be there for a paycheck, he wants to go out there and work. And he really did. He went to House of Glory, became world champion there, went to TNA, making a name for himself. Ortiz took the paycheck, and he's at home.
He's there for a paycheck. But let's finish talking about Tony Storm and Mina, because the most interesting part of that entire match was that Mariah May did not come out at the end, which is what everybody and their mama expected. I expected it. I expected her to come back to AEW. It was the perfect time to come back, honestly.
I expected her to come back if there was a spot for her to come back. Because you know, you can't just come out of nowhere, just have Mariah May's music. It had to be like some type of moment, I would say. Maybe like Tony Storm going like trying to hit her move on Mina Shirakawa, and maybe the music hits and Mariah May, or the vice versa. Or after the match, maybe Mina Shirakawa attacks Tony Storm, and maybe that's when Mariah May comes out. But it had to be a moment, and I couldn't find it during the match. The only spot I found it was at the end of the match when Mina could have attacked Tony. But yeah, like I said, if she didn't show up today, there's always Monday. There's always Tuesday.
Monday? Tuesday?
There's always Friday. She's main roster ready, bro.
There's always Saturday.
There's
also
Wednesday.
A buy-in show like Jamie Hayter when she came back.
I mean, yeah, I think like I said, I'm a big fan of Mariah May. I think she's main roster ready.
Yeah, I agree. Probably Evolution.
Because, like, I mean, you see Mariah May's work. She's a good promo. She can tell a good story. Who in NXT besides Sol Ruca can go up there and pretty much kill it right away?
Jordynne Grace.
But Jordynne Grace is staying in NXT for a while.
You're right. But see, that's the other thing is that, like, I mentioned is, like, after what she did in AEW, like, there's nothing that'll ever come close to that. Even with Tony Storm, there's nothing that's going to come that she does that's going to come close to that.
See, and that's a problem?
No, I'm just saying, like, it was that good. It was that fucking good that, like.
So is that a problem?
No, I'm not saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know how she'd come back, other than Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa, which would have been a cool comeback, unless you wait for her to come back to at All In, where Tony Storm or Mercedes Hogan wins, and then she comes out. That's the only other way I see her return.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I'm saying for AEW. But I don't honestly. I still think that she's going to be in AEW. If I was a betting man, I say she stays in AEW.
I mean, that's where the money would be. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Mariah May. I think she's main roster ready. That's probably most likely not going to happen if she does go to WWE. If she wants to be in NXT for maybe the same pay, that is her dream. You know, she could take a pay cut to achieve her dream. Anything can happen still.
She would be a lot bigger of a star if she did, though, I think.
Mm-hmm. And she's already, like I said, she's already promo ready, storytelling ready, she's wrestling ready.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see Joe Hendry and Mariah May hit the main roster immediately. This is true. Well, I mean, this is like an extended developmental for Joe Hendry already, man. He's been in NXT pretty much for like a year already.
Mm-hmm.
See, Mercedes Hogan doesn't take a 3 to Tony. Nobody can beat her. Our boy Noel said that she's getting thick, Mercedes Moné.
Kind of is.
I didn't believe her. Didn't believe him at first. Now I see it.
No, but he said that like 2 years ago, bro.
Yeah, he did say that like 2 years ago. now it's clear. Now it's clear.
He said, right. I saw it all along.
I'm not going to talk about Paragon because that match didn't deserve to be here. But after Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa was Anarchy in the Arena.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about it first, Adrian.
I thought it was a fun, entertaining match. Anarchy in the Arena, like same thing that happened last year. I mean, what did we expect from last year? We saw Wild Things playing over and over. We saw the Final Countdown playing over and over. I expected some similar shenanigans. We saw Jungle Boy run over somebody last year as well.
He got caught fire.
Darby Allin was hung from his feet last year.
Hold on a second. Was that when Jungle Boy on fire when Tony Khan did like a barrel roll away from the?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
So I'm like, damn, how are they gonna outdo it this time? I was like, I don't want like more over the top shit. Maybe just more gimmicky stuff to get the crowd going, just to get some pops. Especially after that bloody match we saw earlier on the night, I was like, we don't need more of that stuff. But they worked it right. They did it way. They got the crowd involved with fucking drowning pools, let the bodies hit the floor. I'm so excited. Whoever sings that song.
The Scissor Sisters, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Are they called the Scissor Sisters? Hold on.
I don't know. Right? Just said yeah, bro. You could have said any name. I would have said yeah. It has some funny moments. It's so hard to remember all of them. I mean, at the beginning, the music came in and Samoa Joe was not with the Ops. People thought it was part of a storyline. Heavy rumored of Eddie Kingston returning. There was a lot of
Pointer Sisters.
The Pointer
not the Scissor Sisters.
What the fuck? See,
but there is a band called the Scissor Sisters.
The Scissor Sisters?
Yeah, very similar.
Acclaim? The Acclaim. It was a lot of funny spots. I low-key think Willow is low-key MVP of Anarchy of the Arena. I did enjoy that she got her offense on. She got her she did a spear on pretty much everybody. I haven't seen social media on how they took Moxley taking out Willow. I gotta see that because when Baron Corbin did his finishing move on Becky Lynch, he said he got death threats. So I don't know what's coming for John Moxley though.
Yeah. Samoa Joe started the match and said, "Surprise, motherfuckers!" and with Claudio. Yeah, honestly, I liked Swerve's Predator outfit. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was dope. I'm not a fan of the over-the-top music gimmicks, especially when they play the same song over and over and over and over again.
Yeah,
to a point where it gets really annoying. It's not even funny at that point anymore because all you hear is "let the bodies hit the floor." Then there's a part where it got really quiet, and I was like, "Fuck! Thank God it's finally over." And they started that shit again.
It was
And then
like
they finally did.
the
Yeah,
fourth
and
time.
then they finally did the spot with Swerve and Claudio where he did like the super swing and threw him into a speaker, which magically turned the music off.
I was like, did they finally work something out perfectly? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, they're learning 6 years in and they finally hit it right on the money.
Exactly.
I
They
was like,
finally did something
okay.
right.
I was like, surprising they finally did something right.
But at that point, I had already lost interest in the match, at least for myself. I tried to work my way back into it. Like I loved the entrance of the Young Bucks as the founding fathers. That was cool. Kenny Omega came out as Captain America. What is it with all these Canadians coming out with like Chelsea Green? I get that she's Canadian. She's playing like a U.S. president. I think that shit's funny.
Yeah, same with Isla Dawn and Piper Niven. Like Secret Service, they're from like Scottish, right?
Exactly. And remember, even Kevin Owens was the face of America, and he was Canadian.
Yup.
I think that's funny, personally.
Yeah.
But I tried working my way back into this match after the music situation, and I just kind of found it hard to. Like, I did like the spears that Willow was doing on the entire Death Riders. That was pretty cool. I like that. There was Marina Shafir that locked up Willow's
Gauge
into the chain. That shit was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said 4 score and 6 years in the past. I was like, and then they started talking about like 46 years ago. Yeah, that show's crazy. But I tried working my way back into it. I mean, I'm happy that it did get some good spots in there. We got to see Hook, and Hook was only there for like a little bit. And then who's the other guy? Gabe Kidd came out.
Gabe Kidd was there from the Hook. I mean, come on. We were expecting Mariah May. We were expecting Eddie Kingston.
People were expecting Thekla.
We were expecting Thekla. And we got Hook.
Yeah, Isla Dawn. He's Alba Fire. That's what he meant.
Oh, the Alba Fire, my bad. Or Isla Dawn.
Not Isla, yeah, Isla Dawn is the one that got fired.
What's the other one? What's her name?
Alba Fire.
Alba Fire, yes.
Yep. The crowd expected Eddie. No, the crowd expected Eddie and Hook came out.
Yeah. We knew Gabe Kidd was coming out. We knew. We were there was even an Eddie chant going on. I had my phone on the TV, like getting ready to record. And I'm hearing the Eddie chant. I was like, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. He's not.
Fucking Hook.
He's coming, he's coming. He's not. And it's fucking Hook. Not even with them, with the Kenny hoodie, bro.
Yeah, with the Kenny hoodie. But then he didn't even stay. He just left, and Samoa Joe's kind of like, so it's like, what the fuck is the story now? That he doesn't want to help the ops now because he got replaced by Hobbs? Bitch, you got injured.
And he had what? What did he have? A 9-iron? A 7-iron?
I don't know. He had a golf club though.
One of the weakest ones, bro. He didn't even have a driver or a putter.
He had a putter. The pop would have been insane.
It's like, at least bring a sledgehammer or just a regular house hammer.
Bring a hook, bro.
Bring a hook.
The pop would have been insane. I hope he comes back soon. I'm not a fan of Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, I'll agree with you, Brian. I mean, I'm a fan of Eddie Kingston, but there was 2 failed returns here in AEW, and it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Even a Thekla tease, even though pretty much mostly American audience don't know who she is, just a tease, bro. Have her show up in the attendance with the neckbeards and be like, "Oh, Thekla from Stardom, heavily, new addition to AEW." That would be a great way to present or to introduce a new signee to the company by showing her on a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity, bro.
King of the Bums, don't forget that, Brian. Bro, if I want to see the King of the Bums, I'll go down to J Street here in Sacramento, California, bro.
Or the guy with the Spider-Man suit? Or the dancer guy with no shirt?
Are you talking about Kenny?
Is that his name?
The Kenny, the guy that always shows up and is always dancing.
Yeah.
With a tank top on.
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah.
Kenny's not I don't think he's a bum, bro.
He's not?
No.
Oh,
I don't think so. I saw him at the
I
Arm
don't
Fair
know.
Mall once.
Well, I always see him wearing the same clothes.
I mean, I see a lot of people wearing the same clothes. Adrian. I know they have jobs.
I mean, I don't know, but he's always doing the same thing, wearing the same clothes, bro.
He just loves music. He's just out there doing his thing, dude, dancing. The guy with the Spider-Man. Are you talking about Dancing Dan, the guy that used to have like the sign business?
No, he had a Spider-Man suit and he had a sign out on the streets over here in Arden. It was just.
That was Dancing Dan.
Then who was the other guy that was at the clubs and stuff? He's always in downtown dancing.
That's Kenny.
Oh.
Unless there's another guy out there, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know their names, bro. I just know them by the Spider-Man and dancing guy.
Spider-Man is the black guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now it's all about drunk uncle. Oh shit. I remember some other guy. Ain't no bums wearing Spider-Man suits.
There is, bro.
There is.
There is.
Now it's all about drunk Uncle Eddie Kingston looking like he got a fresh out the slammer. Good evening. What's up, Brandon Sandman? How's it going?
Good evening, man. You know,
We're talking.
It ground my gears for a minute when sickos were comparing Eddie Kingston to Bruiser Brody.
Fuck no. No. I don't even have a Spider-Man suit. Facts.
This guy did though. Or does.
He does. Or are you talking about the guy that sometimes would be a Spider-Man suit and sometimes would be like a Batman suit and sometimes would be like Superman suit?
No, I just seen him in Spider-Man suit.
The Juggernaut Show. What's up, man? I don't know, Adrian. But either way, if I want to see a King of the Bums, bro, I'll make a fucking YouTube channel and have people fight out.
So what? So like 10 years from then, or from that moment, you could be on Dr. Phil and show up as Dr. Phil with the shaved head and everything.
With the shaved head. Let's see. You live in Cali. Do y'all leave the car unlocked so bums don't smash the windows? No.
We do
You're
that
talking about Oakland.
We do that when we go to San Francisco, bro. You leave the windows down, make sure there's nothing there. Matter of fact, just throw trash inside your car, bro. They will clean it up for you.
Exactly. I do remember last time I went to Oakland, we went to San Francisco at the pier. I was like, fuck, this shit was already on the news like all week. Like that 10 cars got the windows smashed in at the pier. And I was like, fuck, man. I was like, I really don't want to clean out glass out of my car on this fucking trip.
You know what I do? I usually park in some of the residential areas.
That makes sense.
And then, but like, you have to keep eye on your car, bro. Because if you leave it there for too long, they'll tow it.
They'll tow it. That's true. I'm fucking dead. I'm tired from all these shows, bro. Me too, man. We're trying to finish this up because even though it's early here in California, it's barely 10:21. I know it's late and I'm tired. I also work at 5 a.m. I'm off tomorrow, but my body's tired.
Damn, you're off tomorrow, bro. I work at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh shit, let's run this. Let's hurry up. Everyone needs to cut down the runtime. They do.
Especially with the collision matches. Paragon, FTR.
Those matches didn't deserve to be on there. Or just cut down the time. There's no reason for that FTR match to be as long as it was.
Exactly.
Yep. Pay for parking garages lots in San Francisco. Well, I don't go to San Francisco often. And usually when I do, I go to I guess I don't really go often. Like I just would go to the pier and then from there I'd walk everywhere like that I would need to. Because usually I just stay on the Embarcadero area. Yeah. Lightweights. What was your match of the night? Hey, my match of the night? Stephanie Vaquer versus Jordan Grace. Adrian, what was yours?
Ooh. See, I had to watch that one. I heard good things about that one, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Will Ospreay and Hangman Adam Page. I gotta see. I only saw one match, Brian.
You got it. Yeah, it's true.
You've seen both. I've only seen one.
I mean, I did enjoy Hangman Adam Page with Will Ospreay, but there's something about it was just for different reasons, man. I like Jordan Grace. A big fan of hers. She's less muscular than we saw her in TNA. Some say modern medicine. I just say maybe she's just eating a little bit more.
Yeah. Maybe she's switching the gym for some acting classes. I mean, she is joined the WWE. Doesn't hurt really.
Of the year, not night, silly. Hangman versus Ospreay match of your contender? No.
Probably like in the top 5, 10, maybe. I'll put it up there.
I
Brian
wouldn't
does.
put it up there. I still would rather watch the triple threat main event night 1 WrestleMania. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. Good match, good storytelling. That's like all I need.
Really? I think the women's match from night 2 was better though. That's just me personally, and they had my boy woman in there.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember that match.
You fucking lying.
I wasn't even. I don't even think I wasn't drunk. I just was not paying attention at that bar.
That match was solid, bro. I think that match was a banger, bro. Io Sky, damn, that shit was dope.
See, Hangman versus Ospreay was dope, and I'm a guy that never gives AEW props, so that means something. That's true.
Mhm.
See, for me, is as follows: Battleground, Sol Ruka versus Kalani Jordan, and then Anarchy in the Arena. I can see why Anarchy in the Arena is not my type of match, but I understand why people would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Kalani Jordan and Sol Ruka, that was also a good match.
Mm-hmm. Kalani is Carmelo Hayes' girl, right?
I don't keep up with the relationship of wrestlers usually, except for the ones that go extremely viral, like Miles Bourne and Stephanie Vaquer. Night 2. See, I'm gonna go back and watch it.
It is her. Yep, yep. She's good. I've seen a few clips about her.
That's cool, Brandon. What did you think about Stephanie Vaquer and Jordan Grace, though? Like, where's that on your list? Because if I had like an overall match, it's Stephanie Vaquer and Jordan Grace for me.
Mm-hmm.
For both
shows. That was what, the co-main event?
No, the co-main event was the NXT World Title, Obafemi and Miles Bourne, and then the main event was the TNA World Championship.
Ooh, TNA Championship over the NXT seed now. Okay.
See, and I think I mentioned this when we were kind of doing our predictions. I was like, this is crazy special because like when they announced the posters, it was the NXT World Title at the bottom right, and then the first match was the TNA World Title, and I'm like, damn, like that means something because it's like above the world title for NXT. That's crazy to me.
I mean, yeah, that is crazy. I mean, NXT they have to get back on the map with the help of WWE. I'm sure they'll do it. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this partnership. New champions. We have Worlds Collide coming up in a couple weeks. Honestly, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad we're getting a weekend break from wrestling. Oh, what was it last week? Then this week? Yeah, I'm glad we're getting
4 streams in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Friday Night SmackDown, Saturday Night's main event today, and we'll be back tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. Yeah, this is my list. Nate says Hangman Ospreay 2 was number 1, and 2 Vaquer Grace, Ruka Jordan, Speedball. That's a good list. I could see that. I could see that.
Good list. Actually, you know what? Just for that, I might actually do a post for that tomorrow. For those who watch both
right now.
No, because everybody's already for both who watches both shows. Give us your top 5 matches of the night.
This wrestling weekend has been wild. But great quality. Yeah, and the quality continues tomorrow because we have 2 Money in the Bank qualifying matches. Seth Rollins. It's probably gonna be Seth Rollins. I forgot who the other matches were. My bad.
It's not gonna be Seth Rollins.
You don't think it's gonna qualify?
It's gonna be Penta, bro.
Oh, they're the same thing. No, it's Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and Sami Zayn.
Finn Balor's gonna win.
Finn Balor?
Yeah.
Oh, you think because they're gonna screw over Seth Rollins, probably?
Yeah.
And then Dragon Lee, Chad Gable, and Penta. And surprisingly, who was the only person left out of those 3? Who's the only one that was left off of the Worlds Collide poster, Adrian?
I mean, I don't know, bro. I think Penta.
Yeah, Penta's the only one not on the poster, so I guarantee you he's winning.
And it's funny. Phoenix is in that poster. You're like, oh, okay, so that's why he lost on Friday.
I told everybody that day. I was like, if Phoenix loses, I mean, there's only one of the brothers can be in this match because the other one's going to be at Worlds Collide.
Which is weird because you would think Phoenix would be a better addition for a ladder match, but also Penta is the attraction. He's more over with the fans, and he has a better character. Nothing to take away from Phoenix, but Penta carries himself a little bit better.
But if you're gonna have a lucha match, who's a better luchador out of the two?
Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. But I mean, it's gonna be we'll see who Rey Phoenix is going against. But Chad Gable is gonna be going against El Hijo de Vikingo, and Grande Americano's not on the card, bro. What the fuck? He didn't even get a qualifying match for Money in the Bank. What kind of bullshit is that?
What if we get Grande Americano versus Grey Phoenix? I can see that.
That's
I
not.
can see that. You can see that they have a feud. They have a feud.
I can see that, but they already had that match at WrestleMania.
Didn't Grande Americano cheat? Oh no, that was Penta. Never mind. You're right. They already had one.
Yeah,
and they could run it back, bro.
Who's y'all pick to win in the Money in the Bank? I gotta wait till everybody's in it because I have no idea.
Yeah, because then you're right. Are these two the final two in the Money in the Bank?
I believe so. Yes. What happened to the rumors that Alex Hammerstone was in backstage? I mean, he probably was there. I mean, but just means like he's there to watch, hang out with friends, not necessarily. Maybe he was there to negotiate a contract, but doesn't mean he was going to show up. You know what I mean?
Hammerstone, I like
Brian.
him. He's just another Brian Cage, and you already have Brian Cage on the roster.
Yeah. El Grande Americano is going to interfere in Chad's match. So I think that is what it's going to happen.
That has to happen, bro. It has to be. If I know WWE, it has to be somebody who does not have the same body shape as Chad Gable. It'd be so fucking funny. It's somebody like Otis.
Yeah.
Just someone that's not Chad Gable. And then have the announcer, one of the announcers, play it off. Grande Americano picked up some few pounds over the weekend or something,
Mm-hmm. So bros just popped up to say hi. Who?
Nate?
Who popped up to say hi?
Yoda?
El hamburguesa.
Oh, where's he at? Oh. Niño hamburguesa? I'm
so confused right now.
Hold on, let me see. Events and winners. Shit, okay. I'm looking up at the...
I'm confuzzled. But yeah, how you guys doing? You guys excited for Monday Night Raw tomorrow? We got one more day, and then imagine if we were doing this like Tuesdays too, bro. We'd have a fucking busy ass fucking life. I'll tell you that.
So yeah, so we have 2 on Monday and then 2 other matches on Friday, right? For the men's qualifier. Oh yeah, because Andrade's gonna be on the men's side, right?
Yeah, Andrade's got the match on Friday SmackDown. Yeah.
Yeah, with Carmelo and I think Fatu, right?
Yeah. That's hard because if Fatu's in it, then it's him and Solo that are both going to be in it. That's crazy. But I want my boy Andrade to be in it, but I don't see him being in it.
They have to have a ladder guy in there. Axiom, one of the two.
No, but they're not. They're yeah.
You're right. Oh, and the match is already set too. So
that's true. No work tomorrow and Raw. Pretty hyped. That's the only way, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I am. Y'all getting stacked with reviews. Stay on the grind. Y'all doing good shit. I'm trying to work on these goddamn numbers on the YouTubes, bro.
Yeah, bro. Just get roasted all the time.
Fatu's gonna go for it, but so we're trying. That makes sense.
That would be dope.
Who's the other guy? It's Jacob Fatu, Andrade, and Carmelo Hayes. Andrade's taking the pin.
Yeah.
Or you know what? No. I think maybe Carmelo Hayes takes the pin because of the Miz, because they were arguing and he was just like, no, Nick Aldis offered me the opportunity to be in the match, but I turned it down. I said to give it to Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, and then he was glazing him. He was like, I want you to be him. He said, I became WWE champion by the Money in the Bank. I became a 2-time champion because of the Money in the Bank. And then he was telling them what the Money in the Bank can do for Carmelo Hayes. I mean, maybe if it's not even if it's not somebody, it has to be somebody who can hold the briefcase for storyline purposes, even just to be a goofball, to get go away heat.
Yeah.
Even if he's not getting the world title, because there has been other previous champions who had no chance of winning the world title, but they still made for good TV.
I'm still surprised Baron Corbin didn't win a world heavyweight title in WWE, man. Otis won Money in the Bank.
Damian Sandow won it.
Damian Sandow won it.
Chins McGee won it for the women's.
Chins McGee, fucking the Chinless Wonder.
Chinless Wonder, yep, he won it for Carmella.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was pissed.
Yeah, Andrade to me was his best in NXT. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised he's not in the fucking goddamn Lucha Libre poster. Worlds Collide.
Yeah, man, it's like TK knew something about Andrade. He's only good for bangers.
Then he would have worked wonders over there.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for goddamn Sammy Guevara.
Yep, fucking Sammy.
Well, just winning Money in the Bank made no sense to me. It was the COVID era, man.
Yeah, he was over with social media, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that
Rey
during
Mysterio
his...
got thrown off the building?
Yeah, wasn't that during Otis's and Mandy Rose's segments?
It was. That was a crazy Money in the Bank where they did it like in WWE headquarters.
Yeah, and both men's and women's were doing it simultaneously.
Did they do it simultaneous?
They did it at the same time. They met in the lobby. And then they were wrestling all over the HQ, Vince McMahon's office, the cafeteria, the gym.
Vince McMahon was working out in the gym in that one, I think.
No,
I want to say they walked into his office and Vince McMahon made a cameo.
Yeah, it was into his office.
He was like, "Get out!" I think that's what I remember. I'm gonna go back and watch that one.
It was good. It was good. I liked it.
No, it fucking wasn't, dude.
Yeah, it was gimmicky, but it was. Don't expect something like a masterpiece. Like, I mean, Otis took a step in the ladder and he broke it. I don't know. I forgot how he got the Money in the Bank, but he got it. I just remember he couldn't
go back in time. I'm gonna go watch this shit.
He couldn't climb the ladder, and I think it was two people trying to get the Money in the Bank, fighting back and forth.
They dropped it and it fell onto him. Yeah,
that's what it was. He was like,
yeah, it was simultaneously. I don't remember that shit. But then, how were the briefcases at different areas?
They were just, I think, like right next to each other. But not, I think they had two rings on top of HQ's roof. I could be wrong, or maybe they had one and then I don't know. It was at the same time.
They basically did the whole thing where the women. I'm gonna go back and watch it, bro. We should all go back and watch it. We'll reconvene tomorrow and talk about it. It fell on him. I do remember that it fell on him. Let's reconvene. We'll hold that. What is it? When we'll table this conversation for a later date. We'll talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll pin this conversation.
I would just go back and watch the Money. Don't watch the whole thing. Just watch the Money in the Bank match, and we'll come back and talk about it.
Yeah, that was funny. And it was all fun when they threw Rey Mysterio, because then they threw him off the ledge, but then the camera pans out to like a helicopter view, and you can see there's still more side of the building right there.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm like, bro, that was just funny. Like, not trying to talk shit. It was just funny. Like, at least give the illusion, at least Photoshop that you actually threw Rey Mysterio off the building, you know?
Yeah. Do you remember who threw him off?
I want to say somebody like Baron Corbin, maybe? Like a heel?
I want to say it was either Baron Corbin or Aleister Black.
I want to say Baron Corbin. Who throws? I want to say Baron Corbin.
The only reason I say Aleister Black or Baron Corbin because I remember like the long black hair. Are you looking it up right now?
Looking it up, yeah.
Baron threw them both off. Oh, he threw them both off?
Oh, yep, it was Baron Corbin. No, and he was bald. He was bald.
Well, the fuck? but he threw off Rey Mysterio and Aleister Black, right?
I think so, yeah.
Got it. That's what it was. Okay. Fucking crazy life, man. COVID was a crazy time. I was working in the office, and then they sent my ass home to work from home, and I've never been back to the office since. Not even
damn
a step foot. They closed the building down. They're like, nah, we're just gonna make you all permanent workers now from home.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell yeah! Save some money on the leasing that building where you were at.
Mm-hmm. They ended up. I don't remember if I had to like schedule pickup to pick up my belongings, or they just mailed them to me. I don't remember.
Then you were like, "Fuck that! I'm not driving over there just to pick up my shit."
No, I had pops and stuff. I
Okay.
went to go get my shit, bro.
Oh, okay. You were like, "Yeah, no."
Yeah, I need to get that shit. Especially because one of them was my Hulk Hogan NWO pop,
The expensive one.
the expensive one. Yeah, the limited edition one.
You had it there as your just damn.
I was living. You got to realize that
The balls on you.
back then, like
Oh, yeah.
that stuff was like, $30, $20, and then like when COVID hit, it was like everything because everybody had extra money. They're like, oh, I want this, and it went up to like 200, 300.
You're right.
I had a Macho Man pop that got all the way to 1,200, but now it's worth like 250.
Damn.
He said, Michael says, that time period can fuck off. I hated wearing stupid ass masks. I would think it was really funny because my nephews, because they still had to do like PE and shit. So they would have like when they started going back to school, they had to wear a mask all day. So all the kids had a fucking funny ass tan from like right here to here was all white and everything else was tan. That shit was so funny.
Oh shit. Yeah, the chin diapers.
The chin diaper. I want to watch South Park, bro.
That was cool for a minute, bro. But like, yeah, you'd be seeing people driving on the road, like, bro, you are alone in your vehicle with the windows up.
You still see people like that.
Why do you have a mask on, bro?
Still see people like that. To this day. But what I do like about it is that like now a lot more people are courteous about when they're sick.
Yeah. You notice now when people just cough into shit, people are like, bro, at least cover your mouth or something.
Mhm.
Like that, not because of afraid of COVID or nothing, but just, bro, just cover your mouth.
Yeah, do something. All right, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow to discuss Monday Night Raw. But hey, go back, Adrian, watch the show. Let me know what you guys think.
Yep.
But thank you all for watching us this late night. See y'all tomorrow or later today, depending where you're at.
Yep.
Deuces, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Deuces.